This is our historic side of the mine, so this is showing what they used to do back in the day. So whenever the rock type wasn't breaking out the way they wanted, if you look through the gap, you can see there's big holes and bunches missing. Whenever it's like that, it's not necessarily safe, so they build the timbers to make a corridor through that area that's a little bit more ragged. You can see up here how they used to stack the planks to hold the pressure the same way we use the split sits now. All they did was just hammer in more wood and keep it held up. We're going to go to this intersection right here. This is our historic side of the mine, but we do have Wi-Fi running through it in case of emergencies and for communication purposes. Also, we do a lot of research with the students down here, so the Wi-Fi helps a lot. Sorry, I'll watch your head.
Hard hats.
Yes.
That's fine.
I do this every day, and I hit it almost every day. Yes, it's going to be shorter than mine. So we'll wait till everyone comes to the intersection. But if you look up, you kind of see already how much work had to go into holding a big intersection like this up. Back in the day, this is all done by hand, and each one of these planks weighs hundreds of pounds. So how long do you think it would take to set up an intersection like this?
Months.
It's actually a few weeks, a few hard workers, and they get it done. But it's a lot of hard work in those few weeks. Right behind you, you'll see that box that's hanging from the pipe. That's one of our radon sensors. So that's just constantly gathering data for us. It's measuring the radon levels in here when the doors are closed and open, and whenever we need to turn the ventilation on. But it's very safe. We have that corridor shut off just because there's not much down there, and there's a ore cart in the way. So some old miners actually prefer the old wood timbers rather than the mesh and bolts, and that's because they said they used to talk to them, because whenever you had planks like this holding a certain section up, if it was starting to take weight, you'd start splintering at the bottom and you'd hear it cracking. So they're saying, oh, it's talking to us, it's starting to take some weight, so they put some more support right there. So some of the old miners prefer it that way, but nowadays you don't really see that too much. You'll see the mesh and bolts like you see over here. Keep moving forward. So who could tell me what kind of mine this was back in the day?
Copper right here.
Yep, you see some copper there? It actually wasn't mined for copper though. Take another silver. Yep, silver, lead, and zinc was mined primarily out of here, which is a little different for the other mines surrounding us. Usually it's copper and gold, so that's something a little interesting about us. You do still see copper in the bowls. That's what he's pointing at, the blue rocks and the green. If you see any of that on the floor, you guys are welcome to pick it up and take it as a souvenir. We don't mine anything here, so we're not going to do anything with it. If you look up, you see some more different types of support. You get these bacon strips is what they call them, and they use it around certain rock formations that need a little bit more support. But yeah, as you walk through this...
What's the history of this mine?
So it was lead, silver, and zinc back in the day in the 1800s, and it was sold to university, basically donated. It was sold for $1 to university because they couldn't donate it. But it was sold to us in the 1950s, I believe. And then since then it has been operational. It's been used as research and for our students. So it's really good for our students to get hands-on experience before they hit the real mines out in the world. We also do a lot of training down here. You'll see those smoke machines all throughout the mine. We do a lot of training with firefighters, the military, special forces. They come in here for realistic training. So we smoke out the whole mine to where you can't see your hands in front of your face, and we set up some rope dummies, or we hire some student actors for them to come rescue. And we do an all-day event for them, so it's pretty cool. You'll see those all throughout. But yep, as I said, walking through here, you guys are welcome to pick up any cool rocks you see. I'll walk a little bit slower through here. So right here, this is an old slusher drift. You don't really see these used too much anymore. So the bucket's down here. You can basically set up these pulley systems with this rope, and it's only powered by compressed air. So it goes through that machine, it drags the material forward. You load up the ore cart that you saw out there, and you take it out the mine, drop it off, and keep doing it as many times as you can throughout the day. I think they usually get like around 8 loads, I believe, per day. So now in a modern mine, that is nothing compared to the tonnage they pull up nowadays. But back in the day, this is how they used to do it. You'll see another bucket right here on the side as well. They're pretty big. Nice.
Graphite, I like that.
Oh, okay. Those are some deep ones, aren't they? Yeah.
Deep and, not modern.
Yeah. Yeah. So we get a bunch of different students. We're open to help anyone at the university. This past summer, we actually had a movie been filmed down here by the acting students at the university. And that drift that you see off to the right there, you can see a little bit through there. They're hunting for treasure back there, so that's something cool you don't see very often. All these big